What is up, everybody? This is Hybrid Gaming. How are you guys doing today? So, where we last left off, and this was quite a long time ago, actually. We left off at the end of or actually at the beginning of the third day. We herded some goats, and I want to get this series back online. So, real quick, a quick note as we're walking away here to our next destination. I hadn't done this for a while, so I had to kind of get my bearings. I wanted to review the rules for my legendary challenge again and do a couple of revisions. So once we get out here, I'm going to pause for a second and read off the rules that I have here in my notes and make a few adjustments that I think will be fine. So let me pause here real quick. So for my first rule, it is no hearts or aids. So basically, I cannot collect any hearts or anything that is going to be beneficial to me in any way. So basically 3 hearts, that's it. That's another rule coming up, but we'll see that. No unquest related items. So this would be items such as different kinds of shields, or items that do not hinder me from completing the game. Third rule, no heart pieces or containers. So this is tentative because if I'm not sure if it does, but if it makes me get all the heart pieces, or containers from the different dungeons, then I will just have to do it, and we'll say, oh well. If it doesn't, great, we'll do what I'm trying to do, but we'll see. Rule 4 is I only get 3 lives, so once I lose those three lives, I'm done. But I may finish the series and not do a legendary and just change it to sort of a normal kind of hardcore. So I'll keep myself at 3. I just won't have any lives. We're just gonna try to see. I'll see how I'm feeling at that point. 5. Basically, I just wrote this down as once all 3 lives are lost, that's the game over. 6. This is the one that I'm gonna change a little bit. This is my last rule. I basically give myself 2 extra lives. Well, this was the first rule. It was, original. Basically, if I don't lose any lives up to the point where I get the Master Sword, which is not really halfway, just about halfway, then I'll give myself a life, and when I get to the Palace of Shadow, I get myself another life. So I've decided that if I can make it there without getting a game over, to those 2 points, I just give myself a life. So if I'm if I can get through the whole game without dying, that is, then I get 5 lives total. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. If you guys disagree, you can let me know. And also a little clause that I added. If I want to exchange a heart container for a life, I may. So if I want to get rid of 1 life, and give myself a heart container, I may also do that. So that's the rules that we're going to be going with through this game here. So all this stuff is kind of tentative. We're just going to kind of have to see how it goes. If I accidentally get a heart or get something that I don't need, whatever, we'll just go with it. But I'm going to try to make this as hardcore as I possibly can. So we're going to go up here, and to recap, Aaliyah took our horse because I don't know, she just said it was hers and got mad at us. So Colin here is a little upset because he cannot get past these 2, but he's kind of a baby and a wimp, so I don't kind of blame them for blocking him. And they think they're great because they ran off, but we know they're not. They're just little kids, and they're gonna ask to play with my sword. And since it is scripted, I have to say sure thing. I can't just say, hey, you know what, kid? I'm not gonna worry about. I'm not gonna give you my sword because I'm gonna need this. I know. I've played this game before, so I know where this is going. But oh well. Also, I'm not gonna be really reading any of the dialogue because there's in this game there is way too much. There's just way too much to read. So instead, I think I'm just going to. I'm just gonna skip it, and most of you have already played this anyway. And we're just going to do the gameplay mostly. So, and what I might even do is I might skip the cutscenes, because, the cutscenes are not really what matters, it's mainly the gameplay. So I think when we get to bigger cutscenes, smaller stuff like this I'll keep in, but we get into the bigger cutscenes, I think I'm going to skip them. Just because it's not really about the story that we're doing right now, it's about the gameplay itself. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and save us some time and crawl through here, because we can't get in the normal way because she's locked us out. Come on. I'm hoping to get a better microphone here in a couple weeks, so it'll sound at least a little bit better. That's all I really need to kind of get started. So now she's confession time. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this to you. And I'm gonna go ahead and skip this cutscene because it is quite a long cutscene, and we will not say for now. But basically, to sum it up, yeah, Link's a wolf now. So Link gets pulled into this wall of Twilight, and he gets transformed into a wolf and dragged off into prison because he. Why did he get pulled in? Well, he was trying to find his friends, the two you just saw, who were taken down by some orcs, and we will find them later on in the game. So we have to run around like an idiot for a couple seconds. There we go. Trigger another scene. And we meet this character, who is Midna, who is your equivalent of, and here she is, your Fi from Skyward Sword, or Navi from Ocarina of Time. Although I tend to like her a little bit more than Navi, because Navi's just annoying, and we don't need to go through all that stuff. And then Fi is just basically the same thing. She just talks like a robot. So we'll go ahead and skip this. She just basically is helping us escape, and just as Midna. Break through that. Go down here. And another scene. This game is great for scenes in the beginning, just because of how slow it is. Skip this one as well. I think I'm just going to skip most of the cutscenes because it's the gameplay we're doing anyway. But basically, she's just telling us, hey, we need to get out and find out where we are. Don't worry, because it's exactly what I'm going to do. Out here in the next area, she's going to teach us how to use our senses, so we can see kind of invisible things inside the Twilight Realm. No. Not yet. We don't need to waste time. Alright, thank you very much, Midna, for your helpful input. So I need to actually be careful too. I think I'm going a little fast here, and I really need to watch out because I only have 3 hearts. I can't lose these hearts, and there's no way for me to get hearts back either. Now, another thing is, I might think that I'm really good at this game. I'm really not that great at the game. I've just played it a couple times through, like 9 or 10 times, so I know pretty much where to go. I might get stuck sometimes, but the problem is that, getting hurt is not something that I'm, accustomed to. Because, when you have 3 hearts, you start worrying about your health a little bit more, and you can't replenish your health, then you start really worrying about, oh yeah, I guess I gotta be careful about my combat. So there may be a couple times where I will be running away from bad guys because I don't want to fight them. But again, we'll just have to wait and see what comes up. I'm hoping everything should be okay once I can kind of get back into the groove here. Gotta get out of this prison cell. Oh, come on. I know exactly where we are because I played this game before. Another little cutscene here showing this giant well-like area here. Oh yeah, we gotta do this first. And she gets mad. She thinks that I failed. I've ruined the whole world. But it's not really my fault. So how are you guys doing today? You guys doing pretty good? Yeah. It's been a long day. Just random stuff. Getting ready to go back to school here soon. I just got hurt. There goes my half health, half a heart. I better keep going. And that was a little spider too. See, oh my gosh. See, I'm sitting here talking. I can't even get off topic for 1 second, and then I get hurt. All right, let's do this. I think that now what I'm not sure about is I think when you start, I need to be careful. I think when you resume your game, you resume with all your hearts again. So that's kind of good for me, I guess. But I don't think it matters that much. I don't need to go and, you know, lose the same amount of health. What I do need to do is I need to, oh dear. Okay. Don't need to get hit. I just lost a full heart, guys. I need to be careful. I don't think I'm going to get a game over in this part, but could happen fairly soon. Come on. Alright, here we are, outside of the castle. Give us a little overview here. I'll just keep this in because it's not very long. But this is the part I like to try to challenge myself. You see those little bird things flying around? So there's this hole you go into, and if you can, usually I get hurt, but if you can make it in sometimes without getting hurt by these birds, and you'll see what I mean in just a few seconds, but if you can make it in, then in my book, you are a pro at this game, because it can be challenging, and of course, watch me, I'll either, you know, ace it or I'll blow it completely and die. So this guy right here, if you turn on your senses, you'll see him real quick, but if you talk to him, he reveals where you are being a Hyrule Castle. So here we are, almost to that spot I was talking about. So we got all these things chasing me right now, and this is not the best thing. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, this is the challenge right here. I might lose a bit of health, but I think I can still make it. Now the trick is going to be right here. Get in, get in. Alright, nice, made it. I guess that means I'm a pro, but not really, because I've already lost an entire heart of health, and I'm like in the very beginning of the game. First bad guys you really fight, and we are here. So this is a very long cutscene, but this basically, I'll just go ahead and skip it. But this basically, I'll summon her real quick. So now you see her without her hood on. This is Princess Zelda. So this cutscene pretty much introduces Princess Zelda and sets the whole plot line. There's a Dark Lord named Zant who basically clothes all of Hyrule in this Twilight stuff, and took over the realm for some unknown cause. And now it is pretty much our job to go get it back, pretty much. Well, not yet, but pretty much Midna tasks us with finding these 3 pieces of fused shadow, which are like this helmet thing, so that she can defeat Zant. But of course, you know, things go a different route, and well, you know what happens. Things will change. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and so we're doing pretty good on time here, so I think we'll go ahead and leave here. Get a little farther. I did a recording session this morning, but unfortunately my game audio was too high, so I didn't want, or you know, you couldn't really hear my voice, so sadly. But see, that's when I decided to kind of stop doing the whole, I decided to stop doing the whole cutscene thing, because I mean that just, you know, I was done, you know, right as we finished talking to Zelda, because it was already running 20 minutes long, because I had listened to all the cutscenes. So that's why I'm skipping them. But I mean, if you really care that much, there are plenty of people on YouTube who just put the cutscenes up there. It's crazy, but go ahead and skip this one. She basically tells us it's time to leave because we want to go. We need to go rescue our friends, get the fused shadow pieces, blah blah. So she warps us out of Twilight for a second, and now we're back in Orden Village. Here. So yeah, I think that's good. Well, let's go up here real quick and just see Midna real quick. I think she appears here. So she basically tells us, she laughs at us, and she tells us, just trying to read here, remember. Alright, so she basically wants a sword and shield for us to get, so we have to go back. Our next task will be to go back to Orden Village and steal for ourselves a sword and shield, so that when we return back to human form, we have a weapon to fight with and something to block us, because we will need that shield. And if that shield goes, no more shield, because, like I said, I'm not buying any required equipment. So that is not, yeah. So we don't want to get rid of that shield. So you have to be very careful around the fireplace, Death Mountain, because we can die there. But Yeah, I think this was a good episode. I only lost 1 heart so far. I should get it back when I come in. If I don't, I'm in trouble. Because that means I only have 2 hearts to work with, but we'll see. So I guess in the next episode we'll get the sword and shield, go back into the Twilight realm, and learn more about what we're doing, which will be collecting the fuchsia shadow and going to the first dungeon. Finally getting to the first dungeon. So, alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for more information on upcoming videos and all that kind of stuff. So Zelda should be going up pretty much probably right after I finish recording this. And then tomorrow will be Mario. And then I'll have the weekend to do stuff for recording. But oh yes, just before I go, I'm going out of town this weekend, so I probably won't be doing any editing this weekend. And if I do, I'll probably be I'm kind of recording a little bit ahead of time, so that way I don't have to so I don't have to be stressed on those days, because I don't want to really record and post on the same day because it's just too hard, too stressful. So yeah, just to let you guys know. Anyway, yes, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
When suddenly the ocean was all like surprise, and a huge, massive storm brewed out of nowhere. Whooshoo, 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 boy, that was quick. Whooshoo, and there was thunder, boom, and the lightning, boom, and the wind, boom, whooshoo, and like that, it was over.